Alright, time for the solutions to the reflections assignment. On each of these, if you can write the function, do so, but some of these don't really have a really nice function for you to do. And so if it's a line like this, don't worry about doing the function, just do the reflection. When doing a reflection, I highly recommend you draw your line of reflection. Here's mine, it's red. And notice how I is on there. And so I prime is actually going to be right where I is, because when you reflect on the line, it doesn't do anything. E is going to be up above what it used to be. It was 1 below, now it's 1 above. I think this is an K. Nope, it's a Z. And so Z was down here. We're going to put it 3 above the line, because it used to be 3 below. There's Z. Q is 2 below. We're going to make it 2 above. And this give you our Q prime. And we got our 4 vertices. We can draw a shape. And that's the whole thing. Reflecting across the x-axis. As a reminder, reflecting across the x-axis is going to keep all your y's the same. And all your x's. All your x's are going to be the same. Sorry. And all your y's are going to be the opposite sign. So my line of reflection is this guy down here, the x-axis. So A was 3 above, so it needs to be 3 below. A prime is going to be there. D was 5 above, so it's going to be 5 below. There's D. M was 5 above, it's going to be 5 below. M prime. W was 4 above, it needs to be 4 below, so there's W. And I got my 4 vertices, and I got a level reflection done. When you reflect across the line y equals negative x, remember that that line looks like this. Alright, it's that diagonal line going down. And so your function that does that, is xy goes to y x, but both of them are negative. So, and especially on these like diagonal reflections, it might be useful to know that. For example, J here is at 4, negative 3. 4, negative 3. Hold on one second. Yeah, so J here is at 4, negative 3. Hold on, let me put this letter. 4, negative 3. And so if you switch the order and make them the opposite signs, you're going to get 3 and negative 4, which is right there. And that actually is how J is reflected over. T, notice here, is at 5, negative 2. So if you change the order and make these signs the opposite, negative 2 becomes positive 2, positive 5 becomes negative 5, and we got the point 2, negative 5. And so T prime is going to be right there. A is at 3, negative 1, so it's going to be at 1, negative 3. There's A prime. And S is at 4, 2, and so you're looking at negative 4, at negative 2, negative 4, sorry. So, our S prime is going to be right there, and we got our lovely shape, kind of a kite-looking guy, right there. Ta-da! Shape reflected. Moving across to the next one, we got to reflect across this line right here. And you just take it point by point. L is 1 below, so L prime is going to be 1 above. W is 4 above, so it needs to be 4 below. So W prime is going to be right there. I is 3 above, so it needs to be 3 below. There's I prime. B is 2 below, so it needs to be 2 above. There's going to be B prime. Connect you up, and we've got our lovely shape right there. Moving on to 5, we got to reflect across this line here. X equals, oh, that's not negative 3. Negative 3 is over on this side. Man, I wish I could draw straight. Nope. Come on, drawing straight skills. Alright, there we go. Better. Still crappy, but better. Alright, so we got this guy. Again, reflecting across a vertical line is just moving things sideways, kind of spin your shape around like so. P was one left, now it's going to be one right. There's P prime. I was one left, now it's going to be one right. There's I prime. S was one right, now it's one left. And W was one right, now it's going to be one left. There's W prime. And we got our ballin shape right there. Ta-da! And moving on to 6, we got to reflect across this beautiful line here, the diagonal. And if you remember the function for this guy, it can make it a little bit easier for you if you're a little bit stuck on how to do this one. This one's fairly easy because you just take all your coordinates and you make them the opposite of what they used to be. So L is currently at 0, 2, so its reflected one's going to be at 2, 0. There's L prime. H is at negative 2, 3, and so our new one is going to be at 3, negative 2. There's H prime. Q is currently at negative 1, 2, and so we have, negative 2, 1, and so our new one is going to be at 1, negative 2. There's Q. P is currently at negative 3, negative 2, and so we're going to have negative 2 and negative 3 for P prime. And once we got all those, we can connect it up, and we got our lovely shape all reflected.